Welcome back to the Relius Reviews. Today's review is focused on Blindspotting Episode 4, entitled The Four Hustlateers. And the official synopsis of The Four Hustlateers is: Ashley and Rainey start bonding with some of Miles's old weed. Earl's parole officer pays him a visit and reveals a new parole requirement. Janelle's date don't go so well. This was a pretty cool episode to me. I didn't have a bad time watching it. So here's my episode recap and my episode review. Here we go. So the episode begins with a flashback scene from Miles, basically giving us a recap of what happened in the last episode, while on the phone with Trish, who hasn't been seen since she got slapped dirty by her mama, Rainey. So then the episode continues with Ashley trying to go see Miles in jail, but due to long waiting hours and everything, she's unfortunately can't see him today. So then she comes back home frustrated. She talks to Rainey, and Rainey asks where's Sean at. So then Ashley says that Sean's is at a sleepover watching the movie Reservoir Dogs, which is a very bad idea. He's like 6 or 7 years old. That movie is R-rated and good movie too, in my opinion. That's a really good movie. So then the episode continues and we get like a glimpse of Janelle and Earl as they're doing different situations at the same time. Janelle is trying to find a good date with different candidates, but they all end up being bums. Earl's trying to get to know his parole officer a little bit better, but the parole officer is having none of it. And he drops a bombshell too, which is that Earl has to find a job or else he's going back to jail. He thought that he would be able just to spend this whole year all jobless and unemployed, but the parole officer was like, you gotta find a job, don't care what you do, make it snappy. So then, meanwhile, we see Ashley and Rainey start bonding a lot more together as they start talking and everything before eventually they decide to smoke together. And what happens next is that Ashley, Janelle, Rainey, and Earl, they all have a smoke session, not together, but different houses, as they're like one house apart from each other. And that was a cool segment with all of them just smoking, talking, just having a good time, basically. And then so much so, Janelle and Earl have a cook-off to see who can cook better after Earl talks crap about Janelle's cooking, saying she can't cook for garbage. So by the end of that, Earl won the contest. Janelle can't cook for Jack. So then while Ashley and Rainey continue smoking, Ashley makes a somewhat of like a weird discovery in Rainey's room, which has pictures of everyone from Janelle, Miles, I think Trish, Ashley, Sean, Colin, and we don't see what Ashley thinks of it, but I think she has like a good idea as in what it could possibly mean. So then the episode continues forward with just Ashley and Rainey just playing some games, playing dominoes. And so by the end of the episode, we have another weird dance slash musical segment with two unidentifiable characters dancing all around through the house. And as they keep dancing forward, we keep seeing pictures of like different characters until it ends with a snapshot of Colin and Miles together ending an episode. I thought this was a cool episode to me. I would say some of the things that I liked about this episode was perhaps Ashley and Rainey getting to know each other a lot more, and just Janelle and Earl having a cook-off, because the food they both made looked pretty interesting, but I would actually try out Janelle's a lot more because Earl's didn't look so good, but at the same time, he won the contest. We don't see Trish at all. She is MIA ever since getting slapped like a pimp in the street by freaking Rainey and everything. And so I think she'll be back next episode. Only time will tell. And of course, a few questions I have is that what was that in Rainy's room? Like, why did she have all of those pictures on her wall? Like, is it for her to remember people's names? And if that's the case, I get it because she's of old age, but not that much of an old age. And so, yeah. And I also want to know what happened between Miles and Colin because we haven't seen Colin. We haven't heard Colin's name ever since the show started off. I wonder, did Miles and Colin have a huge fallout or something? Because what happened to him? I want to see Colin at least one time in this TV show because he made this with Miles and everything in real life. So, like, what happened? And that lady, the mama who took care of Sean at the sleepover, she was dead wrong for making them watch Reservoir Dogs. And that ear scene too, that was perhaps one of the best scenes of that movie as well, with that guy getting his ear cut off and homie dancing to Stuck in the Middle with You. Like, yeah, that was a really bad choice from the mama, but I enjoyed the episode and I will continue to review this TV show. So please continue to watch. More videos is coming soon. And until next time, goodbye.